mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on a what? Yeah. You know I be on a what? Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on a what? Yeah. It's all hard, ain't no fear.
Hey, what's up? Welcome back to another Ride the Rebellion podcast. It is me, Drew, the guy who crashes better than anyone on the Gulf Coast. And along with me is the opposite of crashing. It's the king of the South Alabama turndown, Dale Boyd.
What's up? How we doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good.
It's been a good, weird week of riding with the holiday and stuff for us. We all kind of got out and did stuff.
The holiday was the Carnival, and that was for real. Like, my liver hurts.
Yeah, well, you went full broke on Sunday, right?
Oh, man, I sold my bikes on Sunday, I think, midday. I needed more PBR. I was just trying to survive.
You went straight leaving Las Vegas, which is a reference you won't get, but if you've seen that movie, it makes total sense.
Yeah, it was a shit show, actually.
It's good.
It was an adult version of Kid in the Park. Like, oh my gosh, throw me the beads. Like, I don't even want them. I caught them and threw them back in the air. I was just drunk.
I have no idea what we would do, like how we could use that stuff. Like there's got to be a charity somewhere. I think there is, but I just mean as bikers, we need to figure out like how could we use that to process it into like smelt it all down and make some new plastic bike
Coming
parts.
soon to every South Alabama trail. His Mardi Gras decorations throughout the woods.
Oh yeah, that's already happening. You know, I see them all the time, like stuck
that.
up in the trees and all that stuff. It gets so old.
Hey, I've been pushing this, and since we're on the Mardi Gras topic, we need to have a crew day sweet potato Mardi Gras parade ride. Like we all have.
I think
jerseys.
we should just make it sweet potato, Ride the Rebellion.
Yeah, everybody
that if you listen to this and you want to join it,
that's right.
We just have a people's parade.
We need
just
to
get out there and do it.
I think it'd be awesome. And I even got drunk, of course, and went down a wormhole of we need to have somebody that has a 4-wheeler that builds kicker ramps and he drops them and we jump them and then he picks them up and goes forward like the whole parade. And then Bug had to drop well, what if we wreck? Like, well, that's part of it.
I mean, if you OTB in front of an entire Mardi Gras crowd.
Oh, that'd be so great.
It'd be amazing.
It would be awesome.
It's kind of gold. That's kind of my place in the world.
Just wreck in front of Mardi Gras crowd. What goals do you have? Well, my 5-year plan is don't die.
Yeah, that's exactly right. If I land, I have like I might deck myself out and look like a Mad Max character and just use like moon pies as armor. So I'll just stitch a bunch of moon pies together and look like some weird Mad Max dude.
Man, that's like the 50th Mad Max reference this week.
You've been cranking them.
I know.
It's weird too because you said it on Tuesday. Did you say it Tuesday?
Yeah, I think it was. No, it was yesterday.
No, it was Friday.
Yeah.
But what was weird is earlier in the week I was like, I think I'm going to rewatch Mad Max, like the new one, the Thunder Road or whatever it is.
Mel Gibson's just taking us by storm.
He's just up in the business. Must be all our Aussie bikes.
Oh man, I don't know that. We can just go ahead and go right into some trail talk.
Yeah, I think we probably should.
Yeah, that was a
well.
Good
Let's
segue.
preface.
Look at these segues. It's just like
good.
a segue after a segue. Like we're getting professional.
There's some of that.
Now, what are you going to preface with? Let's go ahead.
I was just going to say, if we're getting into trail talk, yeah, again, we talk about specific trails, but we are hoping that for those that are not in this environment, you use this as a model to potentially help yourself build your own trails or do what we're doing or learn what we're not doing right.
That's right. Or just use it as motivation, as we've previously spoken.
That's what I'm saying. That's all
right.
it is.
Yeah, and well, when I was a kid, we used to watch BMX videos every single night and then wake up the next morning and ride our bikes with our shovels and try to replicate these videos. So maybe this podcast can do that for you and your trails.
Hopefully.
I don't know. Maybe we're not that motivating. We motivate each other, though, to do this podcast, and it's awesome.
Well, I mean, then the podcast still motivates me to get back and continue it, but also talk about the trails. I mean,
right.
So we had a big week. This was a big week. If you were along the Gulf Coast in this area, if you're one of 19 people that know about the Rebellion Bike Park, this was a big week. Now, only 7 people have ridden this trail or trails, multiple.
Yeah, but
it was a huge week for developing stuff.
Yeah, so we Fat Tuesday, we went out to the park because we had to recover from our hangovers, and it was like a good way to sweat it out, a little cathartic in the trails. But
yeah, in case you don't know, one more thing, preface on Mardi Gras. Mobile's Mardi Gras, like our primary day for Mardi Gras is actually Sunday before Fat Tuesday. It's called Joe Cane Day. Oh, and so in case most of you know this, but those outside of the area, Joe Cane Day is our big party time. And Fat Tuesday, people do it, but like for me, that was always like a free day off because
Yeah.
I'd rocked myself on Joe Kane. All right, so we're at the trail. It's Fat Tuesday.
Yeah, we all met out there, and we're like, hey, let's just go ahead and tackle some trails that we had marked up for a while, and finish up some trails that we had been working on in the past. And Aaron and I attacked. Well, that was yesterday. I'm getting my days all confused.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's
we did
one long week.
So we did the Shots Fired trail.
Right.
We all attacked it.
We did Shots Fired.
And it's called Shots Fired because when we were marking it, we heard shots fired.
That's exactly
and
right.
we hightailed. We had my kids and Drew, and we just kind of skedaddled through.
It was
the woods.
close enough that you could kind of feel it. Not the round, obviously, but the concussion sound was enough.
There was shots fired.
It was totally Shots Fired.
So we got that trail all cut and groomed and rideable, and it's really awesome and fast.
So there were 4 of us on that?
Yeah.
So there were... No. Wait, no, Fat Tuesday was a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all running together.
Fat Tuesday was the other trail. Fat Tuesday is the trail that what is that Shots Fired that connects to Montucky?
Yes.
That comes in and goes all the way to Montucky? Mm-hmm. All right, so we had like 7 people that day.
Yeah, so you did just the tip.
And I had started on just the tip.
Yeah,
I just marked it. So while y'all were doing Shots Fired. So Tuesday, we all attacked the same trail. I blew off a bunch of trails.
Yeah.
And then you guys came along and attacked that. And I mean, literally, I'm not going to lie to you. Our process is simple. And maybe that's what this is a great way to talk about in the way we were able to accomplish this. So on Tuesday, we'll go over the process after this. So on Tuesday, we did Shots Fired, which is about a quarter mile, a little over a quarter mile from end to end. I blew off all the trails, and then I marked another little short track, but it's just meant to be a high-speed bypass to sling you down. And then we rode.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's because we believe in you got to build and then you ride. You know, it's like a treat. Right?
Right.
And then
you're too tired to ride, and you're like, well, that was fun. Cool, let's load up. It's time to go.
That's when you get wasted. I crashed. I was too tired. I crashed into the tree. I still got the...
Oh, yeah, it was that day.
This is the most painful mountain bike injury I've had because
I feel like that's covering up the heroin track marks.
It really probably is. So then we did on Friday, we had 2 different groups happening. And Joey Pants showed up. That's a Sopranos reference, but Joey showed up and just pulls in with a tractor and starts bush hogging all this stuff. And then what you guys were doing?
Yeah, so we went on the trail that's parallel to Shots Fired, which gained a name while we were doing it. It's called Mad Axe.
Yeah.
And this is another Mad Max reference, but
Right.
Mad Axe because there were so many small stumps, I had to just beat to death with this little hatchet. And then we get into a section where people walked through it first. I think you walked through it and was like, are handlebars even going to fit? Like
Right.
it's a really tight chicane, like downhill. It's super technical, but that section is going to be called Thunderdome. And then once you clear it, then it's beyond Thunderdome.
I'll be honest, like beyond Thunderdome, I only had a chance to ride it once. I had to leave early yesterday, or on Friday, yesterday. I only had a chance to ride it once, but it was phenomenal.
Yeah, it's
the
awesome.
I mean, the whole trail is fantastic, but that Beyond Thunderdome is just super fun, and you earn it.
Yeah,
like you go through some hell to get there, but once you do, it's like it's
and I
fun.
think that what's cool about the trails, we have 15 trails now, and that might be like the most different one of all of them.
Yeah, it's very different
because all of them have a speedy feature or like a jump feature. This one has a holy crap, I got to be on my brakes and track stand and lean and learn how to handle a bike. Essentially.
Oh, totally.
One small move and you're in the bushes.
Oh, for sure. And so from that, we then, I finished up with we were calling it Just the Tip, and it's a very fast track. It's a connector piece. All we wanted to do is sometimes we'll make deviations on our lines to see, or cut new trails towards them to see if we can speed it up or just change the riding feel. So most of our trails are multi-use, which is something we learned a long time ago. Like, if a trail has a singular purpose, it's failing you. And so we try to take every trail and give it more than one purpose.
Yeah, like you can go different directions off every trail.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Yep. So it's interesting to say the reason we're able to accomplish that much is part of it is because we had a little bit of manpower, but Shots Fired, that whole Friday was 4 people.
Yeah.
Right? And there was only 4 of us really working trails. Really 3 of us working trails because Joey was on the thing and Todd Hall was blowing stuff off. So the thing that works for us, and I think it's kind of part of the reveal of what we found to be tried and true thus far, is that we walk the trail. We walk the line. We try and find this thing. We Johnny Cash it, but we walk that line. We take marker tape and we just tie a little ribbon around the tree, and we just say to the right of this is our lane. And everybody knows that comes out there. So they all kind of know to cut to the right. And as we've gone through that process of doing it, what's ended up happening is you mark it, you might deviate, because I think you deviated a lot on Mad Axe, right?
Yeah, just because we cut 0 trees down.
Right.
I mean, 0 big trees. There was some small, little tiny ones, but nothing that needed a chainsaw.
Right.
That we couldn't just pull out of the ground. So that was kind of the fun part about it was, hey, let's just make it work.
Yeah.
And the contour of the land, like it goes with it. Like you drop in and it has like natural berms. Like it's the weirdest thing how it worked out, but it's going to work.
And that's the point so that's one step of it is the process. We ride the line, then we get everybody out, we cut it, and we just go through and machete and axe and just cut everything out we can, making little decisions. Whoever started the trail, they kind of get to guide it, right? And then once we're done with that, the best method we've had is 2 people cutting. So you have an axe man or axe person and a machete, and you have machete kills out there just hacking away, and then you have the axe guy, and then behind that you have 2 people doing like serious rake work and cleanup. And if you go that way, we will knock out. I mean, it's literally like a solid 1/4 mile an hour.
Oh yeah, that whole trail is done. Done, rideable. We rode it today.
Yeah,
and there's a huge tabletop gap at the bottom that we all jumped, and it was already there. We just raked over it.
That's right.
And somebody put it there for us, I think.
So it's part of the process. So in our kind of trail update of it is we've done. We're at 15 trails, and the majority of them, a couple of them were a little bit harder. Like Uncharted was pretty much just you and me, and the majority of the marking to cut it was me, and then you jumped in. Birdie was 100% me and my kids.
Yeah.
Run DMC was you and Mackie.
Yeah.
So like there's limitations on those, but
I think what's awesome about it is, I say awesome a lot, but what's really cool about the trails are, we say these names, and you if you haven't been there or you've just heard about it, there's literally signs. I've made all the signs of these names with their custom owned little logos and put them up on the trail. So it's kind of funny for us when we're coming down. We made a new trail. It was called Group Text because everybody in the whole
trail.
group. Group text.
See,
and
we don't even know half the crap anymore.
I know. Everybody was there, so I made a sign that was Group Text, and it has a green guy and a blue guy for the Droid users and the Apple users. It's just funny. It's really fun for me to make these logos up and have some fun with it.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting to the point where there's so many named trails.
Oh yeah,
so much stuff.
And it's so confusing because when you get ready to take off, whoever's in the lead has to give you the rundown of what trail we're taking.
Right.
And it's like, see at the bottom.
Yeah.
Like let's just
after a while, it's like I'm just gonna follow you.
Right.
I mean, everybody knows the big ones, Bug Rogue and Mogadishu,
Yeah.
but from that point, it starts to fall apart because I have people get confused on Run DMC. It's just kind of part of the fun, but it's also what makes it unique is that you ride it and it's yours, and that's the bigger thing. That's why the rebellion even exists, is we just wanted trails that were completely ours.
Hell, half the time when we're building the trails or working on them and doing that stuff, we're making names up while we're going.
Oh, absolutely.
Like that's all we're doing is like waiting for something to happen to make the name up.
That's absolutely
or
right.
somebody to say something funny, and then all of a sudden, bam, there it is.
Yep. Yeah, it's been a good run of stuff. What I've enjoyed most is that getting out there and having fun and building a trail and then watching other people enjoy the trail as much as, because we just sit there and talk while we're building. Like nothing slows us down. I mean, we're getting done more than an hour. It's crazy, but it's just been an enjoyable process of like basically glorified yard work, but with your bros and pals, and the goal being that you're going to send it at some point. And so there's like an objective at the end. I feel like it's way different than yard work at my house, where it's like, I'm going to cut this grass, and then in 3 weeks it's going to grow. And if it's during the summer, I might as well cut it every other day.
You're going to get no enjoyment out of it in between cuts.
No, it's terrible.
Yeah,
and
so,
Joe Rogan's podcasts have sucked lately, so I don't have
they
anything to listen
I
to.
don't know about Joe lately. It's been rough. The Dakota one was pretty sweet.
Yeah, it was fun.
I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, let's not promote other podcasts. We're trying to take Joe over one podcast at a time.
Yeah. We'll see you in 12 years.
Yeah.
If they come to us with 150 million, I'll pretty much do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, Todd Golf knows.
Todd Golf knows. Todd, we love you.
Shout out to injured Todd.
Put your recliner down.
Did we talk about, we haven't talked about Bug Chitto.
We haven't talked about any of it because our pod came out the day before we went.
That's right.
So we've done a lot since then. Well, we forgot one more trail. The last trail we didn't tell you about, and we'll move on from that. But we, Joey Pants drove his tractor straight down the parking area basically and created us a dual slalom course. And we've been riding it back and forth, and it is awesome. I checked my GPS today. I was doing 27 miles an hour down it.
Good grief.
And it's like a dual slalom course where you're side by side with somebody, and there's humps on it already. I mean, we're gonna build some berms and some things like that, but for now, it's just fun. It's just a ton of fun to go fast right beside somebody.
It'll get, because people are gonna ride so much, it's gonna get bedded in really quick, and then there's gonna be those beautiful, beautiful ruts start to form. It'll be real crazy.
Well,
at that point.
the grass is slippery, so now you're like going that fast sliding. And Jake and I were talking today, and he's like, "Dude, we have to have a race out here. So we need to have just like a dual slalom bro race."
But I think you could also take it. I
do
like to do
enduro.
multiple pieces, right? So you have the slalom race, and that's one piece of it, and then you have the next, and like those are stages. Because the goal would be to have multi stages, and one of your stages you got to slalom race somebody, which is awesome.
It'd be awesome. It'd be really sweet. And whoever wins gets a WWF championship belt.
That is correct.
I think that'd be sweet.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
And it's probably going to be the homeless guy that out there. He knows every line that is out there.
Yeah, he's probably the best. And he's going to send it on a clunker. He'll be an old school, like an OG biker.
And a Carhartt coat.
It's gone, though.
I know. So you guys, the day before we did this pod, we hadn't dropped the Bug Rug video. And if you haven't checked that out, you need to go to the Ride the Rebellion on YouTube and check it out, because it was awesome. And we've gotten tons of great feedback from it. And the video work was awesome from Skoda, one of this drone.
That's a dangerous drone shots.
Man, it was awesome.
Dale almost had a haircut.
No stuntmen were injured during the filming.
That's crazy. Yeah, so that video is out there. But after that, we've had a couple of crazy things. One of the things that happened is we went out to a place called Chitto. So shout out to Chitto. If you are in the Southeast.
And Toby Cortez for putting in the work.
Toby Cortez is a jam. Yeah, like, man, that dude put in the work. No doubt. But if you guys are there, you have to go check it out. And the reason I say that is because this is the pinnacle of somebody taking initiative to create their own sort of reality. You know, they didn't have, they have full blown, beautiful courses. They have a slalom course. They have dirt jumps everywhere. They have they call it Mega Zeph, which is a pretty crazy line.
Like a dirt jump for dirt jump junkies that are above just dirt jump lines. Like it's amazing.
It's insane how much they've done. And they've even got a 30-foot gap. Is that what it is?
I don't know. Which one? The rock gap?
The big gap.
Oh, there's so many big gaps.
Yeah, there's so much stuff there that they've built in this park.
Like the big drops.
Yeah, that big drop, that gap drop.
Yeah, I forget what that thing is.
I think it's 30. Maybe it's not. But either way, it's massive. Like for here, it's the biggest stuff. And so what's crazy is you go out there and ride, and every time I've gone, which is twice now, but both times I've gone, I should say, both times I've had a great interaction with the local people around. They're super friendly. Everybody's very nice. It's a very chill environment, riders and all that. But there's one person that stands out. Now, granted, he kind of kicked it off.
Right.
And you had a great talk with him. But Toby, when I first met him, was the same way. He was asking questions. Oh, so excited we were from Mobile, and just so excited we were out riding. And you can tell the guy just loves it. He was wearing spandex that day. He apologized multiple times. He's like, look, I'm out to just ride cross country today.
So
but he had a good time with it.
Well, we kind of imposed our will on the community, because when we got there, there's 14 of us, and we all have sweet potato jerseys on, and I put up a flag in their parking lot. So we kind of imposed our will on the whole community, and everybody kept staring at us like, who are these guys? Like we were professionals. And we had a camera crew because Skoda was there with the drone. So
we straight bro force.
Yeah, we just took over, and it drew attention, but it gave us a great outlet to see like, hey, this is what could be. And learning and seeing, we have their trails aren't much different than what we have, like land wise.
No, their land is
ground.
Very similar.
Yeah, it's very similar. It's very sandy. It's laid out very similar to what we have. Soccer in the hallway, sorry, and
with an actual football.
Yeah, so I did talk to Toby, and he was giving me some great insight, and we're going to talk in the future as well. But I think it's an awesome place, and if you get a chance, it's not that bad of a drive. If you're in New Orleans, if you want to go to New Orleans, it's an hour north of New Orleans.
Yeah, cool trip to come down, hang out, go to New Orleans, have a good time.
Right.
When you sober up enough, or your hangover's not bad, or you need to sweat it out. Either way, you can go up. It's not even far. It's like 30 minutes, I think, from New York.
Oh,
not from New York, from New Orleans.
Is it? I thought it was a little further, but I
might be wrong, but it's relatively close.
It's awesome.
And that's sponsored, the group over there that does that. Toby's kind of the figurehead, but the group is Norba, Norba. So you might want to, if you're going to head that way, they do a really cool thing on their Facebook page that I wish more places did. And they have like their main lines that everybody wants to ride. And then they have like either green circles beside it or red circles.
Right.
And if it's green, go. Red, you can't ride. And usually that's weather related, but they have those built out. It's really great idea. And it's not even like a post. It's literally the header. They just take that. If you go to their Facebook page, they just change that header and it's right there for you. It's a great idea.
I think we should do that here, but we just say shred till you're dead.
Well, that's the best thing about the rebellion.
Yeah.
It's ride
Let's
at
just ride.
all costs.
Just ride.
Just go. And then unfortunately, we lost the great mighty Todd to
The
what
Todd.
seemed like I didn't see it, but what it seemed like was it wasn't a brutal accident, but it turns out he took a pretty big
I think
hit.
he slammed really hard. When you just take the wheel out from underneath you going 20 mile an hour and slam down.
Yeah.
And we're not as young as we once were.
No, definitely not that.
I hope we don't make him laugh during this podcast. He'll be in pain laughing.
He can be mad at us. So Todd ended up with, I want to say it's 5 fractured ribs, a contusion
Yeah.
on his kidney and his lung. And I heard that it doesn't get up anymore.
Oh man, Todd. Damn.
Yeah. I mean, on a podcast mostly by men,
That was
I'm going to draw that one in and just be like, Todd, I pulled you down.
He'll like it. He'll appreciate it.
I
I think
he
you
would.
owe him that one at least. There's been some shots fired.
Shots fired.
That's a new shots fired. He might just call in the middle of this. He doesn't even know
that'd
we're
be
recording.
amazing. That would make my day if he just randomly called. That would make it like perfect.
Yeah, so we're all with you, Todd. We want you back on the trails.
No,
we
100%.
need
I
you
can't
back
wait
on the
for-
trails,
Yeah, absolutely.
even if it's on an e-bike. And
if nothing else, like, none of us have laughed until we talk about you. That sounds
true.
terrible. I'm sorry, but it's funny.
we're not laughing at you. We're laughing with you.
Yeah, we're 100% with you.
I even knew he was. This is how I did know he was hurt, because when I got to the crash scene, I walked up and he's like on all fours, and I said, "Bro, you zigged when you should have zagged."
Yeah.
And he didn't react, and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
he's in pain."
It was legit.
Yeah, because usually he would be like, flip me off or
Yeah.
just laugh or giggle.
And so anyway, hopefully you get better, Todd. The Todd.
The Todd.
That was a kind of a wild experience, but that was just. It was like he got trail bit. It was like there was a snake, and it just
Could have
bit
been
him.
any one of us. It
And it
wasn't
had
a skill
nothing to do
thing.
with anything other than he was riding safe. The trail was safe. He just got trail bit, and so it just knocked him down. So don't let that take away from Bogue Chitto. Now, I do want to ask this question.
Okay.
And so one of the things that happened at Bogue Chitto is that almost everyone there showed up wearing a custom sweet potato jersey, that came out from Dale's imaginary factory of T-shirt design. So we're all rocking jerseys, right? We have a flag flying, but the jersey is the big thing, right?
Yeah.
So here's my question to you, and this is kind of my question of topic for today, is that does it matter how you dress? Do you feel like that is there a point in mountain biking where form means more than function?
So this is easy for me because I'm a vain person. I mean, dude, I've been riding with red shoes for the last 3 years. So I wear jean shorts. Hand Up makes sweet jean shorts. So
But they're comfortable.
they are comfortable. So for me, I feel like it's a thing. Like you look good, you play good. I used to tell my basketball players that when I was coaching basketball, like tuck your shirt in, pull your pants up. Like you look good, you play good.
So in all honesty, from a true athletic perspective, do you feel like having that mentality in your brain of like,
Yeah.
does it put a little extra pressure on you because you
So if you
stand out?
yeah,
do
if you
feel like
dress
that's
the
a thing?
part, say
Yeah.
that you show up and you're dressed like you know what you're doing, and you don't. Like I'm gonna make fun of you.
Right.
I make fun of everybody, but I'm gonna make fun of you harder.
Right.
And I'm gonna be like, he should probably sell that bike, and should never wear that jersey again.
Right.
But I also don't want to discourage people because I'm like, hey,
Because you sell jerseys.
yeah, I sell jerseys. It's a double-edged sword for me.
You can't knock anybody down.
Hey, I'm not knocking anybody anyway. I just have, I always look at it this
No,
way.
but I get it.
Like, I want to
It's
play
an
the
honest
part.
question.
You have to play the part. Like, be the person that you want. Like, what do they always say? Like, dress for the position you want.
Yeah.
They always say that. Like, take your position. Like, present yourself like that you want to be that. Like, even if you're not. Like, don't let me discourage you.
No. The only reason I bring this up is because there's a lot of things that so I didn't really care about mountain bike jerseys, right? I just didn't care. And then I think the first round of jerseys came out, or I know what it was. I bought a new helmet from Sweet Protection, which we're not sponsored by, but if they'd love to, we would love it. But I bought a new helmet from them, and they had like a deal where you got like a jersey, one of their jerseys for like $15.
Free shipping.
It was a long sleeve. Yeah, it was one of those gimmicks. And it was a long sleeve jersey. And I wore it once and I was like, oh, damn, like I get it now. Like when I'm not moving, it's cool enough. But when I'm moving, it's like air conditioner. Like it's just flowy enough because I can't do the spandex thing. That is just, I'm just pudgy enough that it's a little criminal. It's a little criminal.
There's a lot of criminals out there on road bikes right now.
Oh my God.
Hey.
That's my new favoriteest thing ever.
I'm taking shots.
No, it's good. So after that, then we came out with the sweet potato jerseys, and I got one from you. And I've been wearing like Under Armour shirts, like loose fitting ones, and just stuff like that. Like nothing. I learned a long time ago that cotton, like the 100% cotton, is bad juju.
Bad.
Like don't
bad.
do it. And so I learned that and pivoted. But finding that, it's like some things I've found where there's a little bit of hacks, and I'll share some of those in a second. But like that jersey, the jerseys that you created, and that brand of them, they're fantastic, right? So I've worn like a shirt underneath them. You know,
what did
and then had the jersey
Todd
on top.
did say the what is it? I forget something about raw nipples.
They didn't run my nips raw.
They didn't do mine either.
Yeah, I didn't get nip. Maybe I got calluses on mine because I'm a man.
Yeah, because I'm a man. Actually, I played basketball in cold gyms for a long time. My nipples are gone.
Yeah, there's nothing left. You've rubbed them straight down.
But I think this is a good topic because a lot of people that are just starting out with mountain bike, what are we doing here? Mountain biking.
I'm drinking whatever this vagina water is.
Yeah. So, I'm not drinking. That's probably the problem.
Yeah, maybe so.
So I think a lot of people don't know what to wear and they don't know how to get it. And like they show up and you look at Dale. And
I've seen people show up in jeans.
Yeah, and Dale's rocking jean shorts, but they're mountain bike jean shorts.
That's correct.
There's a small, there's a guy that races on the UCI at cross country tour that rides them. So I think that it's good. And actually, here's another hack. When I first started, I went to Walmart and they had these like moisture wicking dry fit Wrangler shorts, and they're baller for this. And they're perfect. They're not too long. They're nice. They're thick. They haven't ripped. I've had them for 3 or 4 years, and Walmart has them again. By the way, they're $19. You don't have to spend $50 on Amazon.
So that's my thing. Is like that's one of the biggest hacks I learned. Like I went out and bought some nice mountain biking shorts, and then one day I'm a little bit of a Costco junkie, so I was in Costco getting our groceries, and I was like, let me see what they have. They have a company called Jerry, Gerry, Gary, whatever it is. They make some trail shorts. I'll never go back.
Yeah,
they're so cheap that if you do destroy them, you can go get 4 pair for the price of one fancy pair. And I'm not knocking anything.
And you type in
hand-up pants are fantastic.
Yeah, they are.
But you're paying a premium. So then I found out there's another one. Costco has long pants in the same thing. It's a slightly stretchy fabric. So you get the full leg protection and slightly stretchy. I bought like 3 pairs of black, and they were on sale for like $8.
Yeah.
So I have $8 mountain bike pants. They've taken the abuse all season long. Even if I need new ones at the end of the season, fine.
No, you don't. You don't need shorts. You just buy those and cut them off in a couple months, and now you got shorts for the rest of the year.
That's exactly right.
I mean, I think it is part of the thing though. Like road bikers are kitted up. Like they call them kits. Like it's part of their gear.
Yeah.
Like mountain bikers, everybody's kind of like, well, what do I wear? I'm not sure. Well, I'm telling you what shorts to wear, but I know what shirts. The
ones from Walmart are fantastic. I'm with you on that. And then these ones, like I said, I found them at Costco.
I know what shirts you can wear. Yeah, because I sell them all.
That's exactly
Just contact me. I got you.
Hell, even I bought a T-shirt from you. One of my first sweet potato T-shirts was. You can tell when someone.
It's that
here's the
Thrasher
biggest
logo.
What's that?
It's the red one.
Yeah,
those are sweet.
So here's the thing. Here's the craziest part. I would say this: shorts is one thing. Like, and I'm a chamois free guy. I don't wear a chamois anymore. I don't need it. Even on long trips, I don't necessarily need one anymore. But with shirts, I think that's where I'll spend a little bit more because there's a lot more like that happens in that space. So you can tell when you're buying a shirt from someone who actually rides versus a big manufacturer that's just like, oh, let's get it on that mountain bike game, everybody. Because the shirt I bought from Dale was so soft, still so soft, that I can wear it all the time, and it's a fantastic riding shirt. It's like a premium level shirt, and this sounds like an infomercial from Dale's House of Shirts.
And Billy Mays coming with you.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But it's the truth. Like you want to buy, I would say you want to buy stuff. So if you can be fashionable, to your point, if that looking the part, if that helps your mentality to ride better, I'm all for it. But I also think like buying the right stuff makes a big difference in not having to worry about it. Because if suddenly you are chafing or hurting or uncomfortable,
it makes it worse.
Then you're not thinking about what you should be doing. That's when maybe something goes wrong.
Yeah. So when I first started, we'll go back to that night because it's vivid in my mind. I can see it. So I thought I had to look like I knew what I was doing. So I had a black helmet and I put a bunch of stickers on it. Like, yeah, I'm going to like a bunch of mountain bike logo companies, van stickers. And like, I knew the companies. I mean, I rode BMX for a long time. So I knew what to do. And like, I show up in my van shoes and I was like all perfect up, I thought. And I look around and like no one really cared.
Yeah.
And I was like, fine, I'll just make my own style. And
Yeah.
next thing I know, I go to the bike shop to buy my shoes and I was like, should I get these red ones? And the guy that owns the bike shop was just like, I wouldn't expect you to get anything other than that. So apparently I put my style like in stone. Like people knew what it was going to be. It was going to be loud and obnoxious. And here we are.
Though.
No, it's good. Yeah.
I mean, and that's what I'm saying is like, I see some guys that show up, they have I've gotten in a couple of tiffs with Jakey Poo about like, he is all about Troy Lee Designs. And that is it. Like it's live or die TLD. And I'm a hands up guy. I love hands up because Chattanooga is my favorite place to ride in the Southeast, next to the Reb, of course. And I've been there. Like that's where they're from, so it's fun to me. That's a big deal. That's close. It's local. You know, Troy Lee's whatever, and hand up's like focused. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Troy Lee's like a designer brand. It was one TikTok girl away from wearing their shirt.
That's exactly right.
Going into Von Dutch status.
Oh, I just watched that documentary. Have you seen that?
No.
Or that series? Good God, it's
Von
fantastic.
Dutch and what was that? Hardy? What was that?
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
The Von Dutch stuff, if you ever have a chance, sideline here, but if you guys are looking for something, if you're Todd Golf and you need something to watch,
Yeah,
you
Todd.
should totally watch the Von Dutch. I believe it's a miniseries. It was so well. I had no idea there's murder involved. It is like criminal stuff. It's
I
crazy.
need to watch that. I
It's
just
really
finished
good.
Vikings, so I need a new show.
There you go.
The new Vikings.
Speaking of that, I could give you a new show, but you'll never watch it. One of the things that we said we were going to do is we were going to play a little game,
Oh yeah, here we go.
right?
Hey, and listen, well, we got to play for someone.
Yeah, we haven't quite figured that part out
Yeah.
yet.
Somebody's
So
gonna
I tell you
lose.
what we'll do is I know the answers to these. Most people will, and maybe you guys will cheat, but it doesn't matter. First person to respond to these.
I'm not cheating. My kid has my phone in the corner, so
First person to respond to these, I will have a thing. So from our sponsors, I will have something from Clean Eats for you. That could be a free meal or a gift card or some gimmick. But I will have something from Clean Eats. And are we doing a shirt?
I'll throw a shirt out.
All right, and we're throwing a shirt. This is a big one.
Yeah,
You're
because
getting a
no
Clean
one
Eats
came.
thing.
No one came through last week.
That's right. So we're rolling it over.
Yeah.
This is like rollover points. And we're gonna do it. We're gonna do something from Clean Eats. I don't know what it is yet. And we're gonna turn around and do a shirt. So you're gonna get
That's
a
right.
shirt and something to feed your face. So I'm gonna name 3 things, and Dale has to tell us whether he believes these three things, and we'll confirm this on the next episode. He has to tell us if it is Star Wars or Star Trek. That's the only 2 answers accepted.
I've been sweating this for a week.
Here's the first one. Here's the name: Ahsoka. Star Wars or Star Trek?
Oh man.
Dale's kids are here.
I-
Don't look at them. You can't cheat.
Well, I'm gonna go with Star Trek.
Okay.
I saw that Pritchard show that's coming out or whatever it is.
Picard. Jeez.
I thought it was filmed locally.
Okay. All right. The next one is Riker. Riker. Star Wars or Star Trek?
Oh, this is definitely where the Ewoks are from. So Star Wars.
If you guys only knew, this is no gimmick. There's no joke behind this. All right, so this is a race of people. This is a type of person.
All right.
They're called Romulans. Star Wars or Star Trek?
Oh, I think this is a shoot. This is Star Wars.
Okay.
I think
All
I've
right.
seen the Romulans.
So Ahsoka is Star Trek. Riker is Star Wars, and Romulans are Star Wars.
Riker is where Ewoks are from. Remember?
That's Riker, where the Ewoks are from.
Hey, who wants to win?
Who wants to win? All you have to do is just tell us. So, Ahsoka, all you got to do is just tell us where Ahsoka's from. You got to tell us where the name Riker is from, and you got to tell us what race the Romulans. And your only answers: Star Wars or Star Trek. That is it.
That's it. No explanation.
And if you answer those, you get something from Clean Eats. Plus, you're going to get a shirt from Dale Boyd Custom. I don't even know what is your
I don't have a brand. We're just a brand. We're just a whole bunch of
brand X.
We're
You
a
get
conglomerate. 480 Designs conglomerate.
480. Yeah, that's it. Exactly right.
We've conglomerated Ride the Rebellion.
All right, I made
everything.
notes. I made notes. I literally wrote it down.
He wrote it down. He did write it down. So there's no
thing.
cheating in 2 weeks when we forget what I answered.
That's pretty funny. So we're giving away the Clean Eats stuff because they're a sponsor. So we're excited to have them on board. If you guys haven't been over there, no matter where you are, there's actually a Clean Eats but for the most part in the United States, because we have some European fans.
Yeah.
But you're in the U.S.
And Canada.
Canada. Yep. So down here in the U.S. on the southeast side of the country, you can find Clean Eats. They're spread out. And it's clean stuff. Their cauliflower pizza is hands down the best you'll find. I promise. It's absolutely insane. But they have really good food. They also have, most of them have a really good variety of bangs and other energy drinks. Some like Celsius, which is really good. All clean stuff. And then they also have, they have a lot of stuff. They have like a cafe where you can go order and do all that. Great stuff. A meal plan, the whole thing. So check them out if you have a chance. The other one that I've actually had 3 people reach out to me now about Lucky Shot coffee. Mm-hmm. And all 3 people have said, listen, I listened to the podcast. I went and bought some from a local store and then some online. Mm-hmm. And they've all said the same thing, that the coffee is fantastic, right?
Well, yeah, that's why we wouldn't take on a half-ass.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, like we're going this is a top class.
Yeah, we're world class.
Yeah.
Yeah. We wear jorts.
We wear jorts. And we drink Lucky Shot coffee.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Your jorts will appreciate Lucky Shot coffee.
Yes, they will.
I don't know what that means. Like, are you shitting your pants? Like,
no, it's not gonna make you shit.
No, it's not. That's exactly right. But Lucky Shot coffee is. I will tell you, as somebody who, as an old man time, someone who has acid reflux, Lucky Shot, for whatever reason, I don't know what she does when she roasts it, but I have a lower acid content. I find it to be absolutely fantastic. I think it's because it's like air roasted or whatever, but it's absolutely great. It's one of the better cups of coffee I've had. I keep it in my pantry. It sounds like I'm shamelessly plugging on a podcast because I am, because it is that good. If you would like to try it, you've got a couple options. One, if you're in the Mobile area, you can go to Satori Sound and you can get a cup of coffee, or you can head over to her website, which is luckyshotcoffee.com. Is that correct?
I believe so.
There it is. We're going with that.
That's good. If you can't get it, contact one of us.
Yeah. Always throw it in here. If you have any questions about it, we're happy to do it. What else? Is there anything else we need to talk about before we close out?
We need to talk about y'all sharing this to all your friends. I feel like I'm like that little monkey that just beats the drum. Like, I've been beating the drum to everyone, and everyone appreciates it, and everybody says it's awesome. But if you're a mountain bike fan, and if you're literally still listening to this right now, share it with your friends, because I think that they would enjoy it. And it's not always going to be like, we're talking about mountain biking. We can only talk about mountain biking for so long.
It's true.
So sooner or later, we're going to just change topics or just talk about things in general, and it's going to be good. I think we're going to flow well. We're going to keep it going. So just share it with your friends. Share it with your family. I mean, my mom listens, and she doesn't even know what a 21 speed anything is.
Look, we have a way of bringing people on. So at some point, we are going to have guests.
Yeah.
And that guest could be you. And maybe you've got something you want to shamelessly peddle. We have no problem promoting that. No. We will sell out in seconds.
That's right. As long as you're world class.
As long as you're world class. Bike parts and jorts are not cheap.
That's right. And yeah, I'm not above selling out to anyone.
I'll sell out right now. Just cue the Real Big Fish song.
Sell out.
That's exactly right. Look at you. You got one.
No, I know Real Big Fish. I was a ska
kid. You're a ska kid?
Yeah, I'm a music guy. I know music.
Yeah.
I was busy when Star Wars and Star Trek was on.
Yeah, you're probably talking to girls.
Yeah. That takes me back to one time. One of my buddies was like, "You didn't play video games in college? What were you doing?" I was like, "Hanging out with girls."
Right. That's exactly right. I was playing video games. So with that, I will say this: we can be bribed, and here's one way you can bribe us. So if you would really like to win this Clean Eats gift card, whatever it ends up being, and a sweet shirt from
the Sweet Potato Mountain Bike Crew, or with the Rider Rebellion logo somewhere.
Yeah, could be a Rider Rebellion shirt.
All kinds of them.
They're super dope.
Yeah,
it could be one of those, and those are super rare. There's only like 3 in existence. Yeah. So it could be one of those. Whatever it's going to be, you're going to get a shirt and the cleanest thing. If you want to bribe us, the best way to do it is answer the questions, the Star Trek or Star Wars questions. You have to listen to the podcast to go back. Rewind if you have to. But you have to answer those. The best way to do that, to really get our attention, is do that and then tell us you did it in a review on Apple
reviews
or Google Play. And what'll happen is that's a little bit of bias.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest with you. We're just looking for them reviews.
And share.
Yeah. If you share, that's another thing. You could say it and take a screenshot of you sharing it, and that also will go a long way.
Man, we are getting deep in the queue.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just putting it up there.
Hey, let's see what happens.
All right. And don't forget to watch Pritchard, starring
Yeah, Pritchard.
Patrick Stewart.
Whatever it was. Man, they got some crazy waterboard stuff going on.
Oh my God. All right. Okay. It's I'm only one kombucha in.
Hey, did you see what let's close with this. Did you see what the Conde Cavaliers said?
No.
What does Al Qaeda and Pritchard have in common?
No.
They both got waterboarded.
Good grief.
Oh, man. Local jokes.
Well done.
That was the Conde Cavaliers. I can't take credit.
No.
That was awesome.
They're sassy. All right, that's going to do it for this episode. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And then join us again for the next episode.
Hey, we love you all.
Yeah. Peace out.
I'm on the way.